Okay, good morning. We are on session 1 on our buffalo adventure, and I just want to introduce you to my team. Kali is instructor, Kweti my son instructor, and then Roxanne, she's cameraman today, and Wally, he's hunter, Peter is instructor, and then Craig, he is PH2 and Christian is PH1. So yeah, what we're going to do this morning is, we don't know where the buffalo is. We're going to go with 3 vehicles in 3 directions just to see if we can spot the buffaloes, and after that we'll make a plan.
Okay, we just saw a group of buffaloes. They're in the river here, but they haven't seen us. But unfortunately the wind is not good for us. So the plan is that we're gonna climb that mountain and just see what they do and try and get in behind them. Okay. He's too far behind you. You must be within an arm's length of you. You must tell him. Okay. Okay. What I think is gonna happen is, I think they're gonna feed in here. Okay. They're gonna feed in here. Okay. On where are the buffaloes headed now?
To go bed down.
To their bedding place or the buffalo bush. Okay. Okay. Zet hem op. Hier zie je zo. It's a bull, but not the one we want. Come closer, stand closer. Okay, we're gonna come out here. Hiervoor is die en hij gaat hem stop hoor. Wacht net.
Oh! Wacht net, Wally. Voorsteen, skiet hom. Te hoog, gaan nader vannacht. Okay, vat jou kliënt in dat jy hom nog geskoot skiet op die spine. Ek dink hy's reg weg.
Well done.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Willie, your first buffalo. How do you feel?
Yeah, what a moment. Hunting buff, I think you've got to have a healthy fear and a great ton of respect for an animal like this. It's truly a duel between man and beast, and it's a privilege and an honor to do and be involved in hunts like this.
And your rifle, tell us more about it.
Yeah, well, what can I say? If you want to hunt buff, a Heim is the way. It was a 470 Nitro Express using softs, and it got the job done. 2 barrels, always nice to have.
Well done, Willie.
Thanks.
Okay, dear God, thank you for blessing us with this hunt. And dear God, thank you that nobody got hurt, and thank you for a successful hunt. In Jesus' name, amen. As hy. Baie geluk.
Baie dankie.
Ja, yes, met I'm double, nice. Yeah, yes, Willie, congratulations on a magnificent bull, and that you shot it offhand with your double make it special. I think the mistake we made, and we must be honest about it, is that we didn't brief you. But if it was close enough and it was on a trot, that I would let you shoot it with a double rifle. So there was definitely a communication gap, but well, you didn't shoot it, and when it stopped, and you shot it. So it was it went down immediately, but the shot was a little bit high. But like all animals, if they go down like this, then you must run closer and put a second shot in it as well. Yeah, no, I think you two did well, Christian. I just small things is that small things basically is what we could have done better is you could have communicated more with Willie, and also that you must exactly tell him where you want him. You don't want him behind you, because when he can't shoot, he must be right in front of you. And you must anticipate if he's gonna shoot standing up or sit down. You must do it beforehand. But I mean, we learn with with experience. So another thing, this buffalo happened quickly, and yeah, so yeah, it's the fastest hunt we've ever had, but it is what it is, and you have to take the opportunity. So yeah, this was not the bull I wanted to shoot. Yeah, I missed. I did him, but well, luckily we did shoot him. We saw that he was limping, but when for some reason he didn't have condition. But when we checked his teeth, now he had no teeth in front. So yeah, it doesn't really correspond with his age. This bull is probably 8 years old, and yeah, so but this is a very hard area, and you get sometimes that the bulls lose their teeth up north, they only start losing their teeth at about 13 years. But this is a very harsh semi-desert area, and that is why it happens. So it was a blessing that we did shoot it. Roxanne, I watched you. You were very calm. I was impressed with your calmness. And Craig, well spotted. We were all looking on this way, and Craig actually he saw the bull. So I think it's a special moment. Huh? You get the shot in.
I did not, man. I did not.
Edwin, why didn't you get the shot in?
I got the buffalo in, but the focus went out when I shot into the sun. And big problems.
Yeah, it happens. You know, it happens so fast. And you are forgiven, Edward.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Willie, congratulations again on your fine buffalo. I just want to hear, what was your perspective? What did you think?
You know, when things happen quickly, you need to stay calm and you need to adapt. We had a few different scenarios playing out at the same time, we were hunkered down. The buffalo were feeding into the wind towards us. We were skeptical about our position to the wind, and then they started moving quite fast. So it was adrenaline fueled, and under that you have to stay calm.
Yeah, and you did that. Christian, what did you think?
It was quite interesting. I don't really know how to describe it. Just a total loss for words, actually.
I think it's an adrenaline rush. Huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Roxanne?
Yeah, it was a brilliant hunt. Congratulations, Willie.
Thank you.
To your first and to many, many more, I'm sure. A very by-the-book stalk, if I can say that. It's what we discussed in class, and it played out almost identically to that. It was lovely to have them grazing into us. And yeah, well done. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, as Roxanne said, it was a perfect scenario. Had them feeding into us. We almost got bust with the one coming around from the back while we were behind the bushes. But luckily things turned in our favor, and that's how hunting goes. You take the opportunity when it's presented, which we did. And yeah, like you said, the first shot was a bit high, but well done to get a second shot in really quickly and got the job done.
Yeah, Craig, what happened is we were all focusing towards a big herd, and I must congratulate you. You saw the one that was coming from behind, which was actually this one. And when he turned, so it's a team effort again, and thank you guys. It's a privilege to have you on your first buffalo hunt, Willie. So or the first bull you killed yourself, but Okay, Willie, congratulations to shoot your buffalo with a 470 Heim, and it's actually a very special Heim rifle, double, and I just want you to show you what's the difference. Okay, number one, the barrels were made shorter. It's 24 inches. Okay, and another thing is that the front part here is wider than my arm. So it's a beautiful rifle. We actually tracked its history from the factory, and it was ordered in 1987.
That's correct.
Yeah, and it was finished in 1989. 89, yeah. Okay. So there's only one way to hunt a buffalo, and that's with a Heim double.
Hello, my name is Willie Marais. there were definitely a few things I can improve on and mistakes that I made. First of all, especially when we were approaching or started the initial stalk or approach once we've spotted the buffalo, I lagged a bit behind the PH. So in that instance, what I think as a hunter and then as a PH one can do better is brief your client on the manner in which you want him to walk and approach when you are approaching the buffalo. And explain to them that when you are walking quickly, because in this instance specifically, we were walking quickly to get behind cover and to get in front of the buffalo. So explain to the client that the reason why you are walking quickly is to get somewhere quickly. You're not just walking quickly to walk quickly, so that the client don't lag behind. So reiterate that it's important that the client stay close to you and stay close to your PH. Then, once we were in position and the buffalo started to approach and came close and started to surround us, I initially picked it up on the range. So I use electronic ear protection, and during our last range session, it felt to me like my left ear protector, that the sound was a bit low. Why that is important, it's especially important to be able to hear exactly what's going on around you. Those mics are nice because they kind of elevate the sound even a bit. In this instance, when you can't hear, that's terrible. So I expected something when we had our preparation on the range, but I neglected to correct that. So I was in a position where I could only hear, I heard less in my left ear, and that's important to be able to hear. Secondly, as the hunter, I was kind of also focused on a few other things happening around us in the hunting party. So you will see that my initial shot was a bit high on the buffalo, and I expect the reason for that was I wasn't fully focused and concentrating on my shot. I hunted with an open-sighted double rifle. It's not scoped. It doesn't have a red dot sight on. So you've got to be very specific on your aiming point. So that's why I believe my shot was a bit higher. And I would then, in future, I would emphasize as a hunter and to a client that, concentrate on your shot. Be very mindful that in the moment, the first shot, especially on the buffalo, your first shot is the most important. And yeah, from all the things that I picked up on, I think those are the most important, which one can improve on, and I can improve on.
We've got the saying that hunting keeps you humble, and I messed up big time, and because I made a kindergarten mistake. I shot the wrong buffalo. Luckily, it was my own buffalo, and the mistake I made was I looked from the side. I didn't give him time to look at me, and I judged him from the side, and it was the wrong bull. The nice thing about it was for Willie, he shot a very nice bull, a 43-inch bull. And then, it also turned out nice for us, because later it turned out that bull had almost no bottom teeth. We'll show you on the video as well. And he had an infection in his leg. So in the end it turned out well, but I think why I made the mistake, I was under time pressure, number one, and I just messed up. Roxanne laughed at me afterwards. She said, yeah, but you teach us not to judge a buffalo from the side. And yeah, I did that, yeah, and then I messed up. But luckily it turned out well.
I'm Edwin Carney from the Northern Cape Professional Hunting School, and I've also messed up yesterday. So yesterday was a big day. Started early, very early in the morning, and we went out for the buffalo. Everything happened in an instant. I took the shot of the buffalo, or I tried to, and as I was on the buffalo moved and the focus took over. The camera started focusing on someone's cap in front of me, and the focus just took over the cap. It blurred out the buffalo entirely, and then when I got onto the buffalo, the sun took over and it was a complete blur. As any man can learn out of his mistakes, I did, and how I could have prevented it is to move into a better position. Got the buffalo where it's clear, no one's in front of me, and just made sure that I was on the buffalo.
Hello, I am Christian van der Westhuizen. I am doing the buffalo hunting course. On the buffalo hunt that we did, where Willie shot a buffalo, I was the first PH, and I made a mistake. I froze up. I was unsure. It was my first buffalo hunt I've ever been on, so it was a little bit overwhelming, and I think I could have prevented it, because before the hunt even started, before we got in the buckies and went to the farm, I already was overthinking, and I was clouding my own mind with a bunch of thoughts, and it got so bad that I actually froze while we were behind a bush waiting for the buffaloes to graze into us. So bad that Maynard had to flick me on the cheek to just bring me back. And thanks to him, thanks to everyone else that was there, that was kind enough to help me out the best they could at that time. Yeah, the buffalo fell, and as the saying goes, all is well that ends well. And yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful buffalo. It was a magnificent experience, a day I will never forget.
Hi there, my name is Craig Brown, and I'm one of the students that's privileged enough to be part of the buffalo hunting course here in the Noord-Kaap. And yeah, yesterday we did a buffalo hunt. It ended successfully, but there are one or two things that we took out of it as a learning experience. I think my biggest thing I want to take out of it is how quickly a mistake can be made. Maynard's been doing this for many years. His passion is buffalo, he knows buffalo, and it just shows you even he could make a mistake by identifying the wrong buffalo that was shot. I think it happens easily. I think my biggest thing I'm going to take out of this is always make sure that you're 100% clear on which buffalo your client is shooting before you tell him to shoot. But other than that, it went well, it ended well, buffalo was down, nobody was harmed in the process. And I guess the nice thing about being here is I've learned so much, and like what Maynard says, no matter how many years you've been doing this for, come on the course, there are things that you will learn that can save your life, and I can vouch for that.
My name is Roxanne Williamson, and I'm currently on the Northern Cape PH School's buffalo course. I just want to talk briefly about our buffalo hunt that we had the privilege to go on yesterday. It was a lovely hunt. The buffalo presented themselves very quickly to us. There was a lot to learn. Some mistakes were made, but it was recovered very well. And the best part about coming to a course here at the Northern Cape PH School is that whenever there's a mistake, it's never hidden or tried to be sugar-coated or anything like that. Everyone here is taught that as soon as a mistake is made, you own up to it and you learn from it and you go on from there. So that's exactly what we did during our debriefs and everything, and it's extremely refreshing to be in an environment like that whereby you can learn from your mistakes and you don't get shot down but rather encouraged to make sure that they don't happen again.